Yeah, hi. So I'm Thomas. I'm running Schimmel&Fern.de, what is really translatable like getridofmold.com. Yeah, and it started as a pet project with two basic ideas. So first question was, is it possible? Does it work? So I just was curious. And the other one was I wanted to provide some perspective for my oldest friend. The structure of the talk will be I just will do a brief introduction of myself, then go to Schimmel&Fern.de. How did it start? What's the actual state? And what will be the future state in the near future? So basically, this is my CV starting over here with no logo because there simply was no digitalization on 1993, or at least not proper one. So I quitted school to help my parents to save their company. Bad idea. Don't jump on a sinking ship. So after the company went down, I stood there, had no proper degree, and nothing else. Yeah, okay, I had some Schulden. Yeah, a lot of it actually. Okay, so what shall I do? I started to do a sales job, later on switched to be a sales consultant, and then with 26 came to the point, okay, maybe I should try to study. So I started to apply for A-level, but then realized, okay, maybe I don't need it. I could simply go into a university with some entry tests, and it was possible. Funny. And so I studied some stuff, did a lot of traineeships, worked at Jumbo, worked at some consultancies, and then was first employee of SponsorPay. Worked there for 2 years, went out, did the interim position in inner coating of oil pipelines, so we set up the international sales there, then went out there, did 2 years in investment, which is a crowd investing platform basically, then drop out there, and yeah. Then I decided to do something like a working sabbatical, but already here at SponsorPay we started to have something like a pet project, and this is the Schimmel&Fern. So right now, my actual state is really this working sabbatical. I wanted to take some time because I really rushed since I was 16 or 18 through my whole life. Right now I'm 39, and I decided, okay, maybe take a half year off or maybe a year. And I wanted to do something like a sabbatical, but I don't have enough money for just traveling around, so I decided to do something like a working sabbatical, and this basically I go freelancing 2 to 3 days a week, and the other time I still work, but I don't work on stuff that has to pay off or something else. I just work for fun because I'm curious, I'm interested in it, I want to see it or I want to support it. And what I tried to do to create with the Schimmel&Fern.de without pressure, just as a pet project besides my normal other engagements, is to create something like unconditional basic income for me and my best friend. So I'm a big fan of this Bürgergeld or bedingungsloses Grundeinkommen. I really believe I would be good at it because I would jump into startups and try to help getting it flying, but nobody is paying me. So I still would do it, but I have to survive, pay my rent and so on. So we believe we could develop Schimmel&Fern in a way that it delivers us not totally unconditional basic income, but a basic income in a way that we only have to work 1 day a week on it. So how did it start? Actually, this product that we sell to get rid of mold had been already there for 10 years, and it was only applied in a B2B context. But B2B sometimes sucks, so you really have a very long sales cycle. You have issues with the calculation because they sold the product together with service to very big real estate companies. So we went in and told them, okay, these 400 apartments full of mold, we fix it for blah blah K. So Then you go there, you put off the tapete, I don't know how it's called, and then you realize, oh shit, I need more time, and then all your calculation is wrecked. And but still we knew, okay, the product is pretty great. Actually, this is after 5 years. 5 years, so we coded something and it went into a bebrüter, so it's something where you have high humidity and so on, so really to test it. And I simulated 5 years in a very humid environment. And you see mold is growing everywhere besides on the coating. So, okay, awesome product. Easy to understand, easy to explain, and it actually works. So we looked at the market and realized, oh, it's a polypole. So you have a lot of companies offering solutions and a lot of persons demanding solutions. So it's easy to find a niche in there, and it's not a winner takes it all market. So go in, do something special, do something good, and you will take your market share. So we thought, okay, we should sell it to end customers. So we should transfer it to B2C. And we came up with 3 ideas for it, which was basically put it into a do-it-yourself market, which we didn't do because we are too small, it's too much stress, we need certifications, blah, blah, blah. Second one, teleshopping, actually my favorite, because it's somehow shady, but still bold and pretty funny, and will it work out, I don't know. But the inventor of the product somehow had the issue to be in teleshopping next to products like Luck, where you could put some foam on your car in your garage so you don't get any scratches. So we went with the online shop, and we decided to make a complete package. So with a lot of B2B products, you have the issue, it's not simply to apply for B2C customers. And we had 2 issues. Sorry for the pictures, I didn't know that white is not working properly. So basically, the magic sauce about the product is you need a specific thickness on the walls that it works properly, so you get rid of mold. No end customer puts it properly on the wall, so we splitted the package and created 1 gray and 1 white package. So they first have to apply the gray package and then the white package, so they have enough thickness on the wall so it works out. And also we put in everything they need, so a little, I don't know, ein Roller. Yeah, it's something like a brush, but different. Yeah, so we created a complete package, and then we went to market, and the first iteration was really a blank internet site with a form and something like a picture and some description, and the message, okay, you send us the money, we send you the stuff. But people still ordered, so we knew, okay, proceed. Then we went with the first iteration, which was still under the brand of the owner of who is producing the product, and then we went then we bought Schimmel&Fan.de, our own domain, and then we took over, and now we have a real portal, Schimmel&Fan.de, which runs on Magento on a WordPress combination, so Magento for all the shop stuff and WordPress for all the SEO stuff. And it developed well. So this year we had about 50,000 users. It's not great, and if we would have invested more time, it for sure would work better out, but it's a pet project, so we don't put in so much effort, and it moves from down there to the right corner, and that's cool. And what's also cool, this whole traffic is generated by SEO, so we don't have customer acquisition costs, and we have a 50 to 60% margin. We sell the smallest set for 2 square meters for 50 euros, the biggest set for 12 square meters for 200 euros. So we generate some money. Right now we don't take money out of the company, we just reinvest everything because we all have regular jobs, or somehow regular jobs, and we simply drive it by content. So actually over 50% of our pages about how to get of mold in your wall, in your bathroom, and so on is on page 1 right now. And then we realized we once created an article about what a Hausmittel.
Housekeeping.
House? So grandma's tip to get rid of mold. So we created an article like that, yeah, so put alcohol in it and so on. And we realized, okay, this really drives traffic. So we have 10,000 visitors in 2 months or something like that. So we simply bought some alcohol, a little bottle, a little whatever, and some gloves. And we sell it for, you don't see it, right? It's 25 euros. And people buy it. And what is really funny about it, they buy the regular product and put this product also in the basket. So we raised the basket value to 93 euros right now in average. So we have an average basket value of 93 euros, which gives us a lot of space to acquire customers also with other stuff. So as we realized we are pretty dependent on SEO, we now started to have partnerships. So this is our first example. We looked for blogs which are writing about mold but don't have their own product. We simply address them all because our margin is bigger than the margin from our competitors. And so now we try to approach them and get our banner on every blog which is writing about mold and doesn't have our own product. And we also now start with affiliate program. We will, so we already have everything set. We will start after Christmas because we don't want to compete with all this crazy, I want to buy a present stuff. It's not so emotional, this mold thingy. And we create more products. This is pretty cool. So actually, you are in an apartment, you have mold in your wall, your landlord says, fuck you, it's your fault, and you're not sure if this is a health issue or not. So you could buy the set, you go with this Petri Schale to the wall, just stamp on it, and you send it into the laboratory, and afterwards you get a lot of paper with a proper description, which kind of mold and how big is the risk for your health and so on. And right now it's working well, and if it develops further, we will switch to fulfillment centers, so we don't do shippings anymore by ourselves. And next step after this in the summer is, so it's a seasonal topic, it's in the heating period, yeah? So, but we already have some contacts to Australia, for example. They also have mold, and they have winter when we have summer, so we're looking out for partnerships there. And yeah, so this is run by 2 persons, Patrick Förster and me. Patrick knows the mold shit and does the fulfillment and customer inquiries and stuff like that. So he's working every 1 or 2 days, he drives somewhere at any time he wants and creates some packages. So that's basically it. Does some shit, some emails, and we do fix once a week. Sometimes it doesn't work out. And so I do the tech, I do the business administration and the marketing, and overall together we invest 24 hours a week, both. So Patrick a little bit more, I a little bit less. And basically, yeah, so this is our pet project, which grew aside, now is going wild, and next winter it will be in a state that we both don't need to work on other stuff anymore. We still will do it, but only if we fall in love. That's it. Yeah. So, questions?
During your first prototype, how did you market the idea?
That's actually a funny question. I didn't bought it. We took a Google voucher. So there are these vouchers, so sign up for analytics and get 70 or 100 euros for free. And we did it with this money, and we totally grew it out of this. So there's 0 money invested in this company, but it's 2 years old right now, so it really grew very, very slow. So if you put in low money and low effort, So some issues. Also, if you try something and it doesn't work out, yeah, it really backfires you. It takes you 3 or 4 months away if you run something on this mode.
So how much did you risk roundabout?
Nothing. It's a Google voucher at the start. So we only...
It's only 1,000 euros or less, something?
No, really. We only assigned for it's 0 investment. We started with a Google voucher. And we grew very, very, very slow. And now we are actually in the state that we have enough money to say, okay, I put some €1,000 in an affiliate network, and we say, hey, I book a banner on your website. Oh, you're not confident about it. I book it for 6 months and stuff like that. So but it really took time. So if we would throw in some money, it would go much faster. But it really was a side for me in the last years. It really was. Once a month I was doing something on it. But then I realized, okay, every time I had issues with the big VC shooting startups, this one was paying my rent and stuff like that. Yeah? So I fall in love with it over time. Yeah?
How big is the business in terms of revenue?
So right now, last month we did €5,500 revenue. This month we will probably end up with 6,000 or 7,000 euros. I believe this will be somehow the average or median for a heating period. Maybe we could grow up to 10,000 euros this heating period. But if we put in more effort, and now we are starting to testing marketing. Till now we did not spend any euro on marketing. Yeah. So I believe we could create, so summer will come and so on. So next heating period, we would say it ends up between 15,000 euros and 25,000 euros a month, but only in around about six months a year, and the other time is forget it. So let's say it generates 120,000 euros next year, and in revenue with a 50% margin. But still it's the same low effort. So, yeah. So if you calculate it by time, it's a pretty cool business. If you only look at the total numbers, it, compared to other real serious businesses. Yeah.
When you say with partnerships with people writing about mold, can you tell us how much that's helped you? How many of your customers has come from that?
Yeah, so we just started, so it's pretty hard to tell. So I know this Schimmel-Schimmelpilz.de, which is translated to mold-mushroom.de. He has double the traffic that we have. We paid 100 euros to have the banner up until end of January. And we already generated 199 euros revenue with him. So, what was the question? Did I miss it?
That's it.
Okay. So we have a limited time budget. So if not somebody has a very urgent question right now, I would.
We have more question time.
Come on.
How
Yeah.
do you manage the customer support?
Patrick does it. We don't get so much inquiries right now. This will shift. It will get more and more. But at the same time, if it gets more and more, we take away the fulfillment from Patrick, so he should stay at the same time. And we could react to a lot of stuff with pre-created messages, because 80% of the questions are always the same.
How did you acquire the affiliates?
So the person we directly address, we simply gave 100 euro to a student and told him search blogs writing about mold but not having own products, so which monetize via AdSense or stuff like that, because I know we could pay more. So that's it. And with affiliate program AdSense, we simply applied there and they took us. Yeah. At low entry barriers, no sign-up fees. Yeah. Thank you.